Okay, welcome back to another chip theory episode. Now we're going to be talking about the key of E minor, or our E natural minor scale. I have laid out here with the poker chips the note E, and you can see how it relates to the group of three black or blue chips. These would be the black keys on a keyboard. It's going to be the note before the note, right before the three chips, okay? And if we take the E and place it up here, if this is E, we have the group of two black keys just to the left of it. That's going to be where E is on relative to the black keys, or in this case, our blue chips. Given that this is a chromatic scale, we have 12 chips total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there will be, of course, 12 half steps between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to reach the octave. That's a little piece of information I'd like you to remember for when I discuss how to determine what E minor is relative to when it's relative to G major. For now, we're just going to form the natural minor scale by using a pattern for the Aeolian mode, or the natural minor mode pattern, which is going to be a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, and a whole step. Okay? So beginning on E, we're going to look for a whole step. So we have this. We have a half step from E to F, another half step from F to F sharp. So our two half steps we're going to need a whole step, so we're going to remove the divider there where we have our whole step from E to F sharp. There's our whole step. Now we're looking for the half step. We have from F sharp to G is a half step, F sharp to G. And there's the first little part of our natural minor scale pattern. Whole step, half step. Now we're looking for two whole steps in succession. Starting on G, we have this. G to G sharp is a half step, and G sharp to A is a half step. So G to A is going to be our whole step. And we're looking for yet another whole step from A. We have A to A sharp is one half step, and A sharp to B is a half step. So we're looking at a whole step from A to B. So here we have a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Now we're looking for the half step for our minor scale pattern. It's here, B to C. Another whole step from C. C to C sharp is a half step, and C sharp to D is a half step. So here's a whole step to D. And then, of course, it's a whole step from D back to E. So here we have the notes that form the E natural minor scale. We have E to F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. And coming down is going to be E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, and E. Now, we said before that this was relative to our G major scale. Now, we have the 1 sharp, F sharp that's in the key signature, but it's also important to remember that if we move these two notes here, we have our G major scale. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Now, the note E is going to be the 6th degree, right? If G is 1, A is 2, B is 3, C is 4, D is 5, and E is 6th, then we know that all of our relative minor scales, or the Aeolian mode, is the 6th degree from our relative major. So that's an easy way to remember it. It's going to be 9 half steps to the major 6th, or similarly, if you look below, it's going to be a minor 3rd, or 3 half steps. Because if you have 9 half steps going one direction, and all of them equal 12, you just subtract 9 from 12. 12 minus 9, it leaves you 3, so a minor 3rd below G gives you your relative minor key of E. Right? If you count down 3 half steps from G, G, F sharp, right, F, E, okay? So that's how you can find your relative minor scale based on any major scale. It's going to be the 6th degree up or a minor 3rd down from the major scale degree. First note of the major scale. Okay. So, on a natural minor scale, our triads are going to have the qualities of a minor position in E minor. We're going to have an E, G, B is our 1 chord. It's a 3/4 minor, because we're in a natural minor key. The 2 is going to be F sharp, A, C. Again, it's very similar to the 7 chord of the major scale. It's but the 2, the relative minor, because the position has changed, right? So F sharp, A, C is going to be a diminished triad. And we have our major, G, B, D. Okay, the 3, of course, is going to be the relative major key, G, B, D, 4/3. We're going to have A, C, and E. Now in the 4th position, on the relative natural minor, we have a minor chord. It's important to remember that our chord positions have changed, so our 4 chord is minor, A, C, E. As well as our 5 chord. It's going to be a B, D, F sharp, or minor, B minor. On the 5 position, the 6th degree is going to be major, C, E, and G on the 6th. And the 7 is going to be dominant. There it is. D, F sharp, and A is also major. Okay? It's important to remember our positions have changed because our half steps are in different places now. Okay? But as far as the pattern for our minor scale pattern goes, again, it's whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. All right. Again, our 7th chords are going to be E, G, B, and D is minor. F sharp, A, C, E. You're going to have your half diminished on your 2nd position. Half diminished form. You're going to have G, B, D, F sharp is going to be a major, 7. And your 3 position, right? Your relative major on the 3rd position. A, C, The G is going to be the minor 7, 3, 4, 3. And the major 7 is a 4, 3, 4. And the half diminished is 3, 3, 4. And we have a 3, 4, 3 here. So again, our 4 and 1 chord are going to resemble each other, identical in form. So they're both 3, 4, 3, or minor 7 chords. Our 5 chord is going to be a minor as well, B, D, F sharp, A. So again, these 3 chords, 1, 4, and 5, on natural minor, are all going to be 3, 4, 3 root position minor 7 chords. Again, we're talking about the natural minor, given that the 7 degree is the natural minor, exactly the same notes as your major scale on the 6th degree. So the Aeolian mode, you're not having a leading tone that is raised here. So the 5 chord will retain its minor quality. Okay, the 6th chord, C, E, G, and B, is going to be the same as the 3. It's going to be the major 7, 4, 3, 4 in root position. And then the 7th chord is going to be a dominant, D, F sharp, A, and C. The dominant form is going to be the 4, 3, 3, or a minor third here above the major D major triad. You're going to have the C, which is lowered 1/2 step from C sharp for a major 7, so that's flatted because of our scale degrees. Okay, we're built here on D, F sharp, A, and C natural. So a 4, 3, 3 dominant 7 in the 7th position of natural minor. Okay, we take the inversions of these chords. We're going to have, again, the E minor 7, right, 3, 4, 3. When we raise our E, it gives us the first inversion minor 7 form, 4, 3, 2 position, starting on G. We have G, B, D, and E. The second inversion on a minor 7 is a 3, 2, 3 form, in this case starting on B. The 3, 2, 3 starting on B is going to be B, D, E, and G. And third inversion is 2, 3, 4 starting on D. So D, E, G, and B. Coming down is B, G, E, D. To our 3, 2, 3 inversion coming down. And the top note is going to be a G, E, D, B. Here we have the root on the top, E, D, B, and G. Back to root position. D, B, G, E. For our E minor 7 chord. Our second chord is going to be an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, or F sharp half diminished. And this is a 3, 3, 4 form. F sharp, A, C natural, E. Here we're going to have a 3, 4, 2 in first inversion, starting on A, C, E, F sharp. Here we have the 4, 2, 3, starting on C, E, F sharp, A, and a 2, 3, 3 for half diminished 7 starting on E. E, F sharp, A, C. Coming down is C, A, F sharp, E, A, F sharp, E, C, F sharp, E, C, A, and E, C, A, F sharp for a second chord of the natural minor scale. The third chord is again our major 7, in this case G major 7 and E natural minor. A 4-3-4 position, G, B, D, F sharp. First inversion for major chords is going to give you a 3-4-1 starting on B, B, D, F sharp, and G. Second inversion is going to be a 4-1-4 starting on D, B, F sharp, G, and B. And again, 1-4-3 starting on F sharp, G, B, and D. Coming down is D, B, G, F sharp, B, G, F sharp, D, G, F sharp, D, B, and F sharp, D, B, G, or G major 7. Our fourth chord, our minor 7, 4 chord and natural minor, is going to be A, C, E, G, and A minor 7, 3-4-3. Just like the 1 chord is 3-4-3, E, G, B, D. We're going to have A, C, E, G here, A minor 7. 3-4-3, starting on A. Here we have a 4-3-2, starting on C. C, E, G, A. A 3-2-3 position starting on E. E, G, A, C. And the 2-3-4 inversion starting on G. G, A, C, and E. Coming down is E, C, A, G, C, A, G, E, A, G, E, C, and G, E, C, A. Our fifth chord is minor 7 as well. It's identical in form to this, starting on B with 3-4-3. B, D, F sharp, A. First inversion is 4-3-2, starting on D, D, F sharp, A, B, to a 3-2-3, starting on F sharp, A, B, and D, to the 2-3-4 third inversion, starting on A, B, D, and F sharp. Coming down is F sharp, D, B, A, D, B, A, F sharp, B, A, F sharp, D, and A, F sharp, D, B, and B minor 7. It's important to remember that both our 4 and the 5 are identical in form, and they're also similar to the first position chord. The 1, 4, and 5 are all minor in the Aeolian mode, or the natural minor mode. Our sixth chord is major. It's going to be C, E, G, and B. C, major 7. Again, it's major 7 because we have a B natural. We're 11 half steps, a major 7th between C and B. With a 4-3-4, if you add up 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 half steps is a major 7. So we have the 4-3-4 position. We move our C up. Now we have a 3-4-1 inversion starting on E, E, G, B, C. Here's our 4-1-4 starting on G, G, B, C, E. And our 1-4-3 starting on B, B, C, E, G. Coming down, G, E, C, B, E, C, B, G, C, B, G, E, and B, G, E, C, or C major 7. Finally, the 7th position chord of natural minor is a dominant 7 chord. Here it's going to be a D7, the 4-3-3 position, dominant 7. 4-3-3 is exclusive to dominant forms, 4-3 and 3. So D, F sharp, A, C. The first inversion dominant is 3-3-2, starting on F sharp, A, C, and D, to our 3-2-4 dominant inversion, starting on A, C, D, F sharp. Finally, our 2-4-3 inversion for dominant 7s, starting on C, D, F sharp, A. Coming down is A, F sharp, D, C, F sharp, D, C, A, D, C, A, F sharp, and C, A, F sharp, and D. And those are your, that's a D7, and then we're back to our E minor. So again, our first degree of natural minor is minor E minor 7. Our second degree is going to be F sharp minor 7 flat 5, with F sharp half diminished, a G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, and D dominant. Okay, given that we have the chords of our E natural minor, if we take the leading tone for the harmonic minor mode and we add it here to the 7th degree of the scale, it's going to transform our D here to D sharp, like this. It's going to raise the D sharp. Okay, we're also going to have a D sharp here on the 5th position. This will be a D sharp, the leading tone, raising the 7th, D sharp, and then on the 5th here, and on the 7th, of course, for the first chord. So what the leading tone does in E minor, and now we have that changes our chord degrees. Our first degree chord becomes a minor with a major 7. Our third chord becomes an augmented chord, or G, B, D sharp, F. Our 5 chord becomes a dominant chord. And this is the main reason they use the leading tone here, is to have this major sound for the 5 chord. Because when the 5 chord is major, it matches the major resolving 5-7 chord of the major keys. So here we have B, D sharp, F sharp, A, or a B dominant 7. And here on the 7th degree, it changes our dominant chord from the natural minor to a fully diminished D sharp diminished chord. D sharp, F sharp, A, and C. And that's how the leading tone changes the natural minor when you add the harmonic leading tone to the chords. Again, the first chord is a minor major 7. Third chord is an augmented 7. You have a dominant 7 on the 5 position and a diminished chord on the 7th.